Another exclusive from the team at myrnb.com.au.
Here with Public Enemy's DJ Lloyd, and we're gonna ask him a few questions. Hopefully, nothing too awkward. And find out a little bit more about the man behind the decks. So, tell us, you've won many championships as a DJ. What keeps you at the top of the game? Like you've won various DMC championships, break lana.
Yeah.
Tell me what keeps you fresh at the edge.
Just always trying to push the boundaries, man. Just always finding that next level, because music is ever changing, and now with the digital age and everyone's so bad and everything being accessible, you have to keep your game up, keep it going. Always trying to find that next level is my fire. Never get complacent. Never, a lot of people come, oh, you made it. There is no making it. It's always like another level, another step to master. That's my inner fire.
So tell us what it's like to be a part of a group that's considered to be one of the pioneers of hip hop, one of the groundbreaking groups, and more recently, it's been announced that they're going to get inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is massive for a hip hop group. There's only up to 4 other acts.
Yeah, man. It's pretty major. Right now, I'm cruising. On tour here. Once I go back home, I'm gonna step off this tour, onto another tour, then onto another tour. So it's amazing to me, and I don't really sit and dwell on it, but it's beautiful. And we're actually gonna be the first hip hop group to be able to perform full power. Because you look at it, Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel were inducted. They weren't even they didn't perform, right? They had their thing. Run DMC, they were inducted. They didn't perform. They had their thing. BC Boys were inducted. MCA was sick. Couldn't perform. So we're going to be the first hip hop group to actually put it down and get along and perform at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. No, so it's pretty heavy.
And speaking of performing, who will you be performing in front of? Who's going to be there?
Everybody, the world. It's going to be in LA on April 18th. It's going to be pretty much PE week that week. We're going to be celebrating with them from like the 13th all the way to the 18th. Got a show at the House of Blues on the 17th. The induction on the 18th. We fly back home and we're headed to the UK immediately after. So, I mean, Ice-T may come out. So much family in LA, man. Ice-T, we got Cypress Hill, we got Evil E, we got, oh man, all the LA fam, and as well as surrounding areas, as well as the whole New York connection. Cats from New York are flying in. People flying in from all over the world. It's going to be a pretty epic night.
So you talked about what keeps you at the top of your game. What got you started? Why did you decide to pursue a career as a DJ? How did you get to the top of it?
That's a long story. Not to shorten it. I got started listening to my cousin Bernard in Philly, and he did all the block parties in Philadelphia. And we would have family reunions, and I would come back to Philly, sneak in his room and try to DJ on his set. He would come knock me out every time. I don't know to this very day how he always knew I was in that room, but I figured it out once I got my own set. But from watching him and getting motivated by DJs like Grandmaster Flash and Mixmaster Ice and Jazzy Jeff at the time. I mean, that inner fire, I just took it upon myself to learn that art, starting with secondhand turntables and harassing my mom to buy pawn shop turntables and everything, and this kept going in Savannah, Georgia. Fast forward to 1998, where I linked up with Public Enemy through my partner, Rockmost, who was my roommate at the time. He knew Griff, and I was doing my whole 9-to-5 thing, man, getting dressed, putting on my tie, and headed out the door. He's like, yo, man, Griff called me, Public Enemy needs a DJ, and Terminator, he's like telling me that they need a DJ. I totally thought he was bullshitting me. Alright? I'm putting on my tie. That's not funny, man. You know I'm gonna make it. You know, you don't have my back, but I'm gonna do my thing. It's not funny. Slam the door, boom. Come home that night, 9:30, 10 o'clock. Griff is in the living room. He's like, did you learn? I'm like, hey man, how are you? He's like, yeah, I'm Griff. Terminator X is retiring. We need a DJ for our upcoming Poison tour. Can you handle it? And I'm like, yeah. 3 weeks later, my passport expedited. Instant replay machine to learn. Met Chuck. I was headed to Belgium with no rehearsals in front of like 15,000 people at a festival. No rehearsal. Screwing up left and right, pushing the wrong buttons, watching them go back and forth on stage. Starstruck because I grew up on Public Enemy. So I'm watching the show like that, like the crowd. I'm sitting watching the show and also controlling the show too, and also trying to maintain. So it took me like a week and a half to really get it down, and actually it took me to realize that I needed to do me versus doing Terminator X. That, you know, that's when I got it. That's when I got it, because I was so busy trying to mimic Terminator scratches, but by that time I was already a turntablist, so I was already, no diss to X, but he was more studio stuff, and I'm more battle stuff, so I'm more, out there, but I was regressing, like just trying to fit in the pocket. But as soon as I started doing me, that's when it all made sense, and Chuck was like, you know what, I'm not going back to the old way. You bring a breath of fresh air to the group, you bring a young element to the group, fire.
So now you just talked about, obviously, once you finish the Australian tour, you're going back on tour.
Mm-hmm.
A tour after that, and then so you're obviously traveling a fair bit. Is there one thing that you must have with you when you travel, like a lucky charm or a certain track in your iPod or anything like that you must have?
Good question. I must have moisturizer, I gotta have my iPad. I gotta have my sounds with me because I'm always listening to. When I do my set, it's not like I got a planned set like that I do everywhere, because different crowds have different energies. Like playing at Red Vintage, Friday is gonna have a completely different energy than Saturday, so they won't be the same set. And a lot of my sets are freestyle, so I gotta have my music with me, like my iPod or my external hard drives with my music on it, so I can listen and just add to or delete, from the last city.
What do you think of DJs out there, like newer DJs? What do you think of the music that's coming out as well?
It's dope. It's dope. I mean, everyone is bringing it. With the new electro, the new hip hop, the new dubstep stuff, especially. Shouts out to Hulk, my peeps, Stace, dubstep. Everyone is bringing it because people are seeing that to stick to one genre, it's like a handicap. Why would you stick to one genre of music when you have all these other types of music that you can actually download? And with the digital age, you can say, for instance, we're working on a track at 3 o'clock, finish it by 8 o'clock p.m. We got it online by 9:30 around the world. YouTube, it has like 1,000 hits by 11 o'clock that night. Morning we wake up, it's like viral. So people are actually doing that, man. You don't need the major label anymore. You don't need the big conglomerate. You can have your own. You can be your own record label. Everything all in house. Have your own thing up and running, full power. But the newer DJs are coming out with some really crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. I'm digging like the trap stuff coming out. I'm digging the hip hop stuff, of course. I'm digging the new dubstep collaborations. everything's evolving, and you gotta keep up with it, or be left behind like the dinosaurs. You know what happens?
Australia, you've been to Australia a few times now. Have you heard any Australian artists that you're feeling?
Hell yeah, we were just listening. Shouts out to AJ C4 Motions. We were just listening to Sherlock and Rubs, man, the other day on the way to get some food. Feeling it.
Yeah.
Really feeling it.
I heard a rumor about some new Public Enemy material.
What?
It's coming out. I don't know if this is true, because again, one of the rumors that's floating around the internet. But are you allowed to tell us anything about it?
I am. This is on. We just dropped 2 new albums. Most of My Heroes Don't Appear No Stamp, and we also just dropped The Evil Empire of Everything. 2 albums that speak to each other. Special guests Henry Rollins, Tom Morello for Rage Against the Machine, Brother Ali, Ziggy Marley, and the albums are doing well. We shot 3 videos. One for I Shall Not Be Moved, one for Real Talk featuring DMC, Run DMC, and everything. Yeah, so the albums are doing great, man. The albums are out right now. Make sure you get the albums. Public Enemy #1. Yes.
Now, when you were down in Australia last, Prince was performing.
Yeah.
Did he pull you guys on stage?
Yeah, that's a bad motherfucker, dude. Melbourne, we rock Melbourne, and we invited him to our show, and he came to our show. I didn't know it. That's Prince. Anyway, he came to our show and he invited us to his, and we went to a show at the Rod Laver Arena, and we were just there in the pit, right there, and he saw us. He saw Chuck. Of course, you recognize Chuck first. He and Chuck are homies. He saw Flavor. And then it was funny because he was playing, he was like, Chuck was like, all in the pocket, still doing the show. He's like, you want something? Chuck was like, and then Chuck was like, okay. Chuck came on stage, he saw me, he was doing the scratches, like air scratches. He's like, I'm like, but he brought Chuck and Flavor on stage, and Chuck rocked some lyrics, Flavor rocked some lyrics. It was great. Chuck, I mean, Prince is such an entertainer. He was damn near a 3-hour show. Such a great experience, man. The funny thing about it, he doesn't allow pictures, right? No pictures at the Prince concert. It was so funny because we were all in the whole VIP thing. Coming off the stage, you have to go past this area to get to your transportation. And all the paparazzi thought they were going to get a shot of Prince. No pictures. And we were waiting, and I knew it was going to be something. I knew this was going to pull something. They rolled him through in a big, shiny, black cube on wheels.
To the car.
And because everyone's waiting to ambush him, like, no pictures. The door opened, and everyone's like, and then see the big, shiny cube roll through, and he was inside. I was like, that cat, man, you can't fuck with him, bro. That's it. And it was awesome. And he went through it to one door and another door, slam, and he was out.
That's it. No one got a photo.
No one got a photo.
So apart from music, what do you get up to? What do you get up to when you spend time? When you do have spare time?
When I do have spare time, when I'm not traveling the world, rampaging all over the place, I'm doing Muay Thai. Get my face kicked in. I know, right? Yeah. I've been doing martial arts since I was younger, and my partner Will Ivey, I train with him. He trains so many MMA fighters, and I train basically like 4 days a week when I'm home. A lot of people say, you're crazy, so you damage your hands and all that jazz, but I love it. It's my vice, it's my release, it's full contact. We have sparring sessions, open sessions on the weekend, there's a ring. It's at Unit 2, shouts out to Unit 2. Nick, Diamond, Will, Travis. But that's what I do. Either I'm doing that or I'm working on music when I'm home. So it's between the two when I'm home. So I'm actually 4 days a week Muay Thai, nights in the studio. Crack of dawn Muay Thai, nights in the studio. And Muay Thai, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the art, it's a brutal art form. So we got elbows, knees, everything. So basically I'm coming in the house walking like a tin man. Because you get used to getting hit, used to strike and everything, but every day with Will is a different degree of training, whether it's sparring, whether I'm sparring against a heavyweight or someone my weight, because that's how you get good. You just spar against different guys' weight class. So it's not going to be like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'll be alright. Some days you come in and you bust it up, or I got a busted elbow, I got a busted hand. I take precautions, not reckless. I got a busted shin, or the latter. But that's basically what I'm doing. Either Muay Thai, production, practicing DJing.
So you don't want to fuck with this DJ?
No, you don't want to. I'm kind of a nice guy, but you don't want to mess with my veggie burger.
I know you've been kicking with AJ this week.
Who's AJ? Oh, yeah. I forgot.
That dude that's running out
Okay.
Tell us the best place he's taken you to all week.
The best place he's taken me to?
Or the most memorable.
Oh, wow. He took me to some strip club that was like anti-strip club. It's like a mechanic garage or something. There's oil on the floor and there's like a tire with like a spinner wheel on it or something. And I got attacked by this freaking gargantuan. He's like, you want to dance? And I'm like, no. Sure you don't want to dance? And I'm like, no, I need an adult. And I was looking for AJ. He was in the corner laughing.
So he left you?
Well, he went, you know, AJ, he's walking around, he's just being sociable, you know, and I'm walking around, I'm like waving like a shark in, you know, like a shark infested water. But he came to my rescue. He was like, no, we don't want to dance with you. So, that was the most memorable place that I went so far, other than a couple of cool food places we went. You know, I'm a foodie, so I love food and I love weird dishes. But, yeah, AJ's the best.
Anyone you want to shout out before we wrap it up?
Oh, word up. Shouts out to Hulk once again. Peace to the Sticks. Shouts out to Stephanie. Shouts out to Public Enemy. You guys check me out, DJ Lord Official on Facebook, DJ Lord Official on Twitter, website DJLord.co. Big shouts out to C4 Promotions and Greg J, P1.
Another exclusive from the team at myrnb.com.au.